In the heart of the eastern savannas, nestled between the whispering palm trees and the proud Iroko that ruled over the horizon, lay the beautiful village of Ogbamaka. Ogbamaka was a place where the drums seldom rested, where laughter traveled in the wind, and where the stories of ancestors walked among the living. The people were farmers, traders, fishermen, potters, but among them all, no one shone brighter than Mama Kolechi, the hairstylist with the golden hands. Mama Kolechi's little salon, tucked between a mango tree and a clay-built provisions shop, was the beating heart of the village. Every morning, the sweet smell of hair cream mixed with ripe mangoes filled the air. Women from every corner of Ogbamaka would gather at her door even before the sun had fully stretched across the horizon. Mama K, abeg braid my hair fast. I'm going to market today. Make me fine oh. My husband must not look twice at another woman. Your hand is sweet, Mama K, just touch my hair small. She laughed with them, teased them, and walked with joy. Her fingers danced like playful spirits. Her braids were tight but painless, beautiful yet practical. She could create patterns that looked like flowing rivers or tight coils like baby pythons. Her skill was not learned, it was a gift, people said. The ancestors must have dipped her fingers in honey before sending her to earth. For many years, Mama Kolechi braided with humility. She charged just enough to survive. Children loved her, old women blessed her. She lived a simple but warm life. But everything changed the day the trader's wife from Umezibi town arrived. Her name was Madam Alaraib, and she entered Ogbamaka with the pride of a peacock. Her head tie was tall enough to brush the sky, her jewelry sparkled like sunlight on water. When she stepped into Mama Kolechi's shop, women gasped. This hand must touch my hair, Madam Alaraib declared after hearing of Mama K's reputation. For hours, Mama K twisted, parted, braided, and decorated. By the end, Madam Alaraib looked like royalty. She admired herself in a polished calabash mirror and clapped with delight. This is talent, she cried. You, my sister, are not meant for small people. To everyone's shock, she placed 5 heavy gold coins in Mama Kolechi's palm, more money than Mama K earned in 3 months. The moment the coins touched her skin, something shifted inside her heart. Something small. Something silent. Something dangerous. Greed. Mama K stared at the money long after the trader's wife left. Her mind spun. People can pay this much for hair, she murmured. It was as if the coins whispered to her, you deserve more, you can be richer, raise your prices, leave these poor villagers. And so, the change began. The next morning, the women of Ogbamaka gathered at Mama K's shop as usual, laughing, chatting, waiting for their turn. But Mama K walked out wearing a newly sewn wrapper, her chin tilted upward. My new price list is here, she announced. When the women leaned in to look, their jaws dropped. Mama K. This is double the price. This one is 3 times. What happened? Do you want to buy the whole village? Mama K waved her hands dismissively. If you cannot pay, go somewhere else. My hands are special. The women grumbled but stayed, after all, who else could braid like Mama K? Yet as days passed, more and more villagers quietly left. Still, Mama K didn't care. Money began to flow like water. She bought jewelry. She bought wrappers. She even bought a small radio that played high-life music all day long. But with her rising wealth came a rising arrogance. When an elderly widow came one afternoon with a few coins clutched in her trembling hand, Mama K didn't even let her sit. Don't bring poverty into my shop, she snapped. The widow's eyes watered. Child, I just want simple weaving for the festival. Then ask your ancestors. Mama K shouted. I don't do charity here. Villagers who overheard shook their heads. This woman has forgotten her roots. Greed is dancing in her chest. Even the ancestors were not like this arrogance. But Mama K brushed off every warning. Her gold coins were all that mattered. Until the day the stranger came. It was a scorching afternoon. The sky was hot enough to fry groundnuts, and even the birds were quiet from exhaustion. Mama Kolechi sat inside her shop counting money, a hobby that had become her favorite ritual. Suddenly, the bamboo curtain at her door rustled, and an old woman stepped inside. Her wrapper was faded, her sandals worn out, her hair tangled like a bird's abandoned nest. "Good afternoon, daughter," the woman greeted softly. "I have traveled far. Will you braid my hair for me?" Without even looking up, Mama K said, "The price is on the wall." The woman turned, squinted at the numbers, and sighed. "Oh, child. I don't have much. But I can pay something, please help me." Mama K finally looked at her properly and hissed loudly. "You? Pay what? Sand and dust. I beg leave this place. My hands don't touch dirty people." The old woman remained calm. Her eyes, though worn, shone with wisdom. "So you only braid for the rich?" she asked gently. "I braid for those who can pay," Mama K replied, flicking her fingers. The woman nodded slowly. "If your hands now serve greed instead of people, may they serve only your greed." Mama K burst into laughter. "Old woman. Please leave before I sweep you out." The stranger looked at her for a long, deep moment. Then she said, "May the gift you refuse to share be taken until you remember kindness." With that, she walked out. Mama K laughed again. What nonsense curse. Old people and their shakara. But that night, her laughter ended. The next morning, when she tried to stretch her fingers, they felt stiff. By afternoon, they ached. By evening, they shook uncontrollably. Mama K tried to braid a girl's hair, but the strand slipped from her fingers. Every part unraveled the moment she finished it. "What is happening?" she whispered. She tried again. And again. And again. But her hands refused to listen. Her gift, her golden touch, had vanished. Rumor spread quickly through the village. "Have you heard? Mama K can no longer braid. Aha. Pride has swallowed her talent. The ancestors do not play with greed." Even the children whispered as they passed her shop. One by one, her customers left. Her money stopped flowing. Her shop grew quiet, then empty. Mama K locked herself inside and cried for days. Until one night, she dreamed of the old woman. The stranger stood under a giant iroko tree, watching her. "You know where to find me," the woman said. Mama K woke with a gasp. She knew what she had to do. She walked barefoot, humbled, through the village paths. Past the farms. Past the river. Past the hills where children played. Finally, she reached the lonely iroko tree at the edge of Ogbameka. There, under its vast shadow, sat the old woman. Mama K fell to her knees immediately. "Mother, forgive me. I was blinded by money. I forgot kindness. Please restore my hands." The old woman studied her silently. "Why should I forgive you?" she asked. "I have learned," Mama K cried. "Please. My gift is all I have." The old woman shook her head. "Your gift is not your hair braiding. Your gift is service. You abandoned it for greed." Mama K bowed lower. "I understand now. I am ready to serve with my heart again." The old woman stood, placed her wrinkled palm on Mama K's head, and warmth spread instantly through her fingers. She gasped. The old woman smiled. "Go. Use your hands wisely." When Mama K looked up again, the woman was gone. Disappeared. As if she had walked into thin air, or returned to the spirit world. Whispered, "Let your hands heal with humility." She blew softly into Mama K's palms. The next morning, Mama K opened her shop. A young girl approached with shy eyes. "Auntie, can you braid my hair? I don't have money." Mama K smiled for the first time in weeks. "Sit down, my child. Your hair is beautiful. Let me make it shine." She braided with gentleness she had forgotten she possessed. Her hands felt light, free, magical. The villagers watched in surprise. Later that day, Mama K braided the widow's hair, free of charge. She braided for children. For mothers. for anyone who needed help. Her shop became full again, not with money, but with laughter. People said her new braids were even more beautiful than before. But more importantly, Mama K had become beautiful inside. She never returned to her greedy ways. She charged fair prices. She helped those in need. And every year, during the harvest festival, she braided widows, orphans, and elders for free, honoring the old woman who saved her. Months passed in Ogbameka, and Mama Kolechi's life blossomed like cassava in rainy season. Her shop was no longer the palace of pride it once was, it had become a sanctuary. Women came not only to braid their hair but to share stories, laugh, cry, and heal. Children flocked around her like chicks around a mother hen. The elders would drop by just to bless her with ancient proverbs. Mama K had not seen the mysterious old woman from the Iroko tree again, but she felt her spirit everywhere. Every time her fingers gently parted a braid, every time she worked for free, every time she soothed someone's worries, she whispered, "May my hands always serve with kindness." But peace, as the elders say, is like market day, lively, colorful, beautiful, but never permanent. A new storm was coming. In a neighboring village, Akum, lived another hairstylist known as Ngozi the Weaver. Ngozi was talented, but her pride rivaled the sun. She charged high prices, bragged about her skills, and mocked anyone she believed beneath her. When she heard people traveling to Ogbameka just to get their hair braided by Mama K, jealousy began to boil inside her. "Who is this Mama Kolechi?" she hissed. "What magic does she have that people are leaving my shop?" Envy became a shadow that followed her everywhere. One day, determined to see this miracle braider for herself, Ngozi journeyed to Ogbameka. She arrived disguised in faded clothes, pretending to be a poor woman. "Mama, can you braid me?" the disguised Ngozi asked softly. Mama K smiled warmly. "Of course, my sister. Sit down." She braided Ngozi's hair with tenderness and skill, weaving patterns that told stories of moonlight and old rivers. When Ngozi looked in the mirror, she nearly gasped, it was flawless. "Thank you," Ngozi said, trying to hide her shock. "It is my pleasure," Mama K replied, pressing a small cowrie shell into Ngozi's hand as a blessing. "May your path be filled with kindness." Ngozi's heart twisted. Kindness. That was the difference. She left Mama K's shop with envy burning like fire in her stomach. "This is the woman stealing my customers," she growled. "Let's see how she survives when trouble comes." Envy turned to resentment. Resentment turned to plotting. Ngozi traveled to the forest of whispers, a place feared by many. It was said that the trees there listened, the winds carried secrets, and the spirits answered, but never for free. In the heart of the forest stood the shrine of Ezenwani Yuzo, the spirit woman of crossroads. She was neither good nor evil, she simply gave people what they asked for, and demanded what she desired in return. Ngozi knelt before the ancient shrine. "Great Mother," she called, voice trembling, "I want the hands of Mama Kolechi to fail. Take her gift from her. Give me her customers." The forest went silent. Then a cold wind circled her. From the shadows emerged a tall woman with glowing white eyes and hair that floated like smoke. "Child of envy," Ezenwani Yuzo whispered, "you ask for a heavy thing." "I will do anything," Ngozi said, bowing deeply. The spirit woman's voice echoed like thunder and whispers combined. "Then listen. To weaken the hands of the humble one, you must steal the blessing that binds her gift. Bring me the cowrie she gives as a token of kindness. Bring it under the next moon. Then, her hands will fail again." Ngozi clutched the cowrie Mama K had given her earlier. It glowed faintly in her palm. "Her downfall starts tonight," she said. That same night, Mama K had a strange dream. She stood under the Iroko tree again. Fireflies glowed like tiny spirits in the air. The old woman, the mysterious stranger, appeared before her. But this time, her face was grave. "Daughter of Ogbameka," she said, "darkness approaches your door." Mama K's heart pounded. "Mother, what is coming?" "A woman filled with envy seeks your gift. She walks with a spirit who knows no mercy." "What must I do?" Mama K whispered. The old woman placed a hand on Mama K's chest. You must protect your kindness. Do not let bitterness enter your heart. At dawn, take water from the first rain and wash your hands. Then go to the village square, someone will need your help. Do not refuse. Mama K tried to ask more questions, but the old woman faded into mist. Mama K woke sweating, but determined. At dawn, she did exactly as instructed. She collected water from the first rainfall of the season and washed her hands until they tingled with warmth. Then she walked to the village square. There, she saw children gathered around a woman collapsed on the ground. The woman was shaking, clutching her head, her breath sharp and painful. Mama K rushed forward. Stand back, she told the villagers. Kai. This woman is in trouble. When she knelt beside her and turned her over, she froze. It was Ngozi. But this was not the proud woman who entered her shop in disguise. This Ngozi was terrified, sweating, and trembling violently. What happened to her? Mama K asked. She came from the forest, a child said. We found her screaming and running like someone was chasing her. Ngozi's eyes snapped open. She grabbed Mama K's wrist tightly. Help me, she cried. Please, help me. She's coming for me. Who? Mama K asked. Ngozi's voice broke into sobs. Ezanwani Yuzo. I went to her. I asked her to take your gift, but I failed, and now she wants her payment. The villagers gasped. Mama K felt a cold wave run through her. Why did you do this? She asked gently. Ngozi shook, collapsing again. I was jealous. I wanted what you had. Mama K inhaled deeply. At that moment, she remembered the old woman's warning. Someone will need your help. Do not refuse. Her heart softened. Ngozi, she said, lifting her gently, I forgive you. The moment the words left her lips, the sky rumbled. A warm breeze wrapped around them like a blanket. Ngozi's shaking stopped. Her breathing normalized. The villagers stared in disbelief. What just happened? What power is this? Mama K didn't answer. She simply held Ngozi as the woman wept into her arms. Later that evening, Mama K carried Ngozi to the Iroko tree. They lit a small fire, and Mama K called softly. Mother of the tree, we are here. The old woman appeared, stepping out from behind the massive trunk as though she had always been part of it. Ngozi fell to her knees immediately. Forgive me, Mama. I let envy lead me into darkness. The old woman eyed her calmly. The forest gives no favor without taking something. What you asked for was not yours. She is sorry, Mama K said gently. Please help her. The old woman placed one hand on Ngozi's bowed head, the other on Mama K's. You, daughter, have learned your lesson, she said to Ngozi. And you, she said to Mama K, have passed the trial of the heart. She lifted the cowrie Ngozi had stolen and blew on it. It turned into fine golden dust and disappeared. Then she touched Mama K's hands. Your gift will grow even stronger because you chose forgiveness. She touched Ngozi's chest. You will braid with humility from now on. If envy returns, your hands will stiffen forever. Ngozi nodded, tears streaming down her face. I will never walk that path again. The spirit woman smiled. Go now. Both of you. Let your hands bring beauty, not harm. Let your hearts remain open. Let your hands bring beauty, not harm. Let your hearts remain open. With that, she vanished once more into the shadows of the ancient tree. Ngozi returned to her village a changed woman, kinder, humbler, wiser. She and Mama K would often visit each other, share techniques, and braid during festivals side by side. People said their combined skill made even their ancestors smile. And Mama K. Her shop flourished more than ever. But now, she was known not just as the golden-handed hairstylist, but as the woman who forgave and healed even her rival. A legend was born. The hands that braid with kindness can never be cursed.